guys, the other night in our private online community cafe RE, we had a webinar and the topic was, is now a good time to quit drinking? Referring to the times we are in, the elephant in the room, the coronavirus. So my answer to that is both yes and no. But first, let me tell you, right now is the absolute best time to move forward in life with that alcohol if you're already sober or you're already living an alcohol-free life. So right now, keep moving forward with that plan, stay the course, stick to the plan. Okay, let's get into this. So, for number one, I'm a firm believer that right now you have the best percentages, the best opportunity, the best chance to quit drinking, which is right now today. The reason why is every time we take a drink, we deepen the neural networks with alcohol. We reinforce the behavior, the thoughts, the action, the results we get when we drink. Think of it like a record going in the grooves. We deepen the rigidity of those grooves. Every time we drink, it makes it harder to almost lift up the needle on the record and create a new life. So we know the progression of alcoholism, where our drinking can take us. And so right now, just given that information, right now is the best chance you have to quit drinking, because neurons that fire together continue to wire together. And the flip side of that, when we quit drinking, those neurons are no longer firing together and they're no longer wiring together. Okay, right now is your best opportunity, best time to quit drinking for this reason. Again, the opposite of addiction is connection. Look, this is a complicated topic, addiction, what it is, how it starts, how to stop it, etc. But it can also be this simple as well. So right now in these times, we have an opportunity to connect with others and leverage technology. There's these things called Zoom meetings. There's ZoomAAmeetings.com. We have a private community called Cafe RE. Leverage technology. In our meeting the other night, I heard a gal talk about her online Zoom schedule, the dates she had with other people, with recovery communities, with other alcohol-free communities, other family members, other friends, and I was blown away the amount that this person was connecting. Now, in terms of isolation during this quarantine, we can connect with those who are with in person, right? We can play board games, we can play card games, and this experience that we're going through with the coronavirus might be the response to enough people collectively putting out there into the universe saying, look, we need to slow down. I can't continue forward with this breakneck pace of stress, of climbing the corporate ladder. Something needs to change. So we don't know what's going on out there, but this coronavirus fits in the puzzle somehow, and let's leverage this in a way that we can connect with others. Now, on the flip side of that, with the connection, the most important connection that we make is internal. Now with this, again, this is the best time to quit drinking because you have the opportunity to go internal with this. That connection, the internal connection, almost has to be built at the cellular and the atomic level. So we've got a great opportunity with this. Let's talk about sobriety dates for a second. I love hearing dates where alcohol-free dates of December 30th, December 31st, or December 24th, or the day of Thanksgiving. I think when the dust settles with this, we're gonna look back on this date and say, wait a second, you quit drinking on March 15th, March 1st, or April 1st, 2020? Wow, you are a badass. So with this, you've got opportunities to rewire the brain thanks to neuroplasticity and move forward in life with that alcohol with these challenging times in front of us. And look, if you can do it now, then you can get through anything and you can move forward in life. You can ditch the booze without alcohol. You can do this. So you've got a great chance to flex those alcohol-free muscles right now. Start rewiring the brain. Start building those healthy habits right now. Now, another reason why moving forward in life without alcohol right now is the very best time is, I get several emails all the time that say, if I could only not deal with my boss, or if only I could take a week off of work, then I'd have time to try yoga, to try meditation, to read these quit lit books. I could try all these new things. Well, you may have just been given that opportunity, because several of you and the people in our community as well and people that I've talked to, their life has been completely turned upside down. And now they are at home, they're finding themselves with ample more time to do these things. And I'm gonna work with you. I'm gonna challenge you on this one. Work with that discipline, okay? Open up those books that you've always been telling yourself, well, look, if I didn't have a full plate, if I didn't have to go to work, I'm gonna read these books. Now is the time to do it. Another reason why right now is a great time to quit drinking is you don't want to be reliant on an external substance for the internal joy. Now, many of us are seeing on the news what's allowed to be open. You're seeing grocery store, pharmacy, liquor store. At first, I was a little upset with that. I said, wait a, and then I got it. I understood. So pharmacy and liquor store, they're almost contemporaneous. You can switch the two out right there. And I believe, this might sound strange for me saying this, if they were to close all the liquor stores, then it would be a total shit show, because a lot of people rely on this for the internal wholeness and peace and stability. And we don't want to be in that situation anymore. So this should shine the light on this right now. If you're falling in that category that has to go to the essential, which is a liquor store, that's okay. I was there myself at one moment, but we're departing from those narratives, departing from those old habits, beliefs, and systems that we have in place. Now, some of you guys, this is the excuse you've been waiting for to not quit drinking. And I'm gonna challenge you as well. What was the excuse before? I'm guessing life was too stressful. You had to be around this person. It was a spouse, it was a friend, it was a current life situation. You couldn't drink before then. And of course now you can't because we've got the coronavirus. So I'm gonna challenge you on those thoughts right there. Right now, the mind is probably coming up with a compelling case that now's not a good time. We need to wait till the dust settles. Well, I don't know when the dust is gonna settle. Do you know when the dust is gonna settle? Because once the dust is gonna settle, think back at all the other reasons you told yourself of why you couldn't quit drinking. Once the dust settles, you're gonna say, oh, well, now's not the quite right time to quit drinking because I need to, my stock portfolio needs to go up again. My housing price needs to go up again. I need to get life figured out again. Now's not a good time. So I'm gonna challenge that. All those excuses that you've been telling yourself and the excuses that you're saying right now with the coronavirus is not a good time, challenge that, because right now is the absolute best time. And when I started this video, I mentioned this might not be the best time to quit drinking. And let me cover that scenario, those circumstances. Well, right now, if you are physically dependent on alcohol and you're deciding to quit drinking, your body is gonna go through some extreme withdrawal symptoms. And this is only for a certain amount of people, right? A small percentage that can't detox from alcohol on their own. And I'm gonna tell you right now, alcohol is the most dangerous drug in the world to detox from. So if you are needing to occupy a hospital bed right now, please call the hospital or try to find a hospital or a detox center that doesn't need those beds for people with the coronavirus or people for a ventilator in that regard, right? So that is really the only circumstance that I can think of right now where you might not want to quit drinking at this moment. There could be a better strategic time in the future when you're not taking up a bed for someone with the coronavirus that needs that bed. But besides that, green light, all systems go, right? We are all on the front lines with this. And if you are out there struggling with addiction, struggling with drinking, and look, addiction to alcohol, you can be watching this video if you're addicted to gambling, sex, cigarettes, crystal meth, coke, anything. Addiction is really interchangeable. And you can find this out when you quit drinking, and then a month later you say, wait a second, I'm addicted to sugar. I've even heard stories of saying, wait a second, I'm addicted to running. I'm addicted to work. I went through a little bit of that when I quit drinking in 2014. So I do want to recognize that this is difficult. And I have had new, more profound lessons. I've deepened with empathy lately. We had another webinar last week where we talked about isolation and isolating while in an active addiction. So I am here, I'm quarantined at my parents' house in Edwards, Colorado, and that's it, we're quarantined, you can't leave. We're being told to self-isolate. But I can tell you right now, the feelings that I'm currently feeling, emotions that's going on right here with this isolation, they don't even come close to the feelings of isolation that I felt in 2014, 13, 12, 10, 2009 with my active addiction. So my heart goes out to you. You might be saying to yourself, well, Paul, great videos. Now's the best time to quit drinking, but I don't think I can. The key word there is I don't think. Because whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Okay? I've been there with you, and my heart goes out to you. This coronavirus is almost like a tinderbox for addiction. And I understand for some, it is going to do two things. Number one, it's going to put gasoline on the fire of the drinking problem. But number two, this is a good thing. It's going to speed up. It's going to expedite the process of when it comes time to moving forward in life without alcohol. Now, I look back at the period in my 20s when I owned a bar in Granada, Spain. I drank so much in that 3-year time span that it sped the process up. Now, I feel that's a good thing that is going to happen with the coronavirus. It's going to force a lot of people to look at this problem, right? Which is a good thing. But let's not even go there. We can get ahead of this before it goes down that route. So again, right now is the absolute best time to quit drinking. And if you're looking for additional support, we have a private, online, unsearchable, confidential community called Cafe RE. We have daily webinars. You can be paired with an accountability partner. You get discounts to in-person meetups, in-person retreats. We're going to start planning those again once things settle down. You don't have to do this alone. Like I said, in 2014, when I was in an active addiction, and that isolation, that loneliness was crushing. It was difficult. So you don't have to do this alone. So guys, I'm going to be uploading more videos to the YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Please like. Let me know in the comments how you're dealing with the coronavirus, how you're keeping your spirits lifted, how you're connecting, how you're making it through this without taking a drink. And if you have consumed alcohol during this, no need to be ashamed, right? We need to talk about this in the comment area. Let us know what day you're on. If you did drink during this, episode 271 and 270 of the Recovery Elevator podcast are all about people's experiences during the coronavirus. Some people are staying alcohol-free through it. Some are not. Love you both equally, right? These are trying, unprecedented times, new challenges that we have yet to experience on our sobriety journey. So love you guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Think about joining the private community Cafe RE.